Yo guys, welcome to the Off the Grid podcast. You're joined by your hosts, Steve and Joseph. And you will not believe what happened to me, yeah? So I'm out on my paper round, yeah? And there's this dangerous corner, yeah? So I'm coming out from around the corner, yeah? And then this van's come in, yeah? And bro, I had to speed up, yeah? I know this was my bad, yeah?
Yeah.
And I had to speed up, yeah? So I could get past him so I didn't get hit. And then the guy, he stops his van.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang on his window. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah? And I was like, and I rode up a bit, like, just so I was out of his, like, way, yeah? And I was like, he got out of his van, yeah? I was like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And he went, I'll show you sorry. And he started walking up to me.
Got out of the van?
Yeah, bro, he started running towards me.
Did you let him?
Hasta la vista, baby. I was gone. Bro,
Imagine he caught you.
I was so sincere, like, he's banging. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you like he's gonna bang me in his like he's gonna hurt me. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm shocked.
So
I kept my distance. Yeah, and this guy's like, and he's just, oh my days, what the fuck? I'll show you sorry. I was like, I'm so sorry.
You would have got your bike robbed and everything.
Yo, I was shocked. And then the whole time, I'm out on my paper round, and he has a van that looks like a lot of people's vans. Yeah. So I'm going around like very like slowly, yeah. And I'm looking. This van goes up behind me, yeah. I'm like, oh my days, he's following me. And I'm riding fast. And I go into like a street, yeah. And then I look and it's not even him. I was like, if that was him though, I would not have been able to get away.
He probably would have run you over.
Yeah, I would not have been able to get away.
He would have run you over.
I was like,
that's mad.
I would have got hurt in that situation if that was actually him.
Like, I thought he'd just leave it there shouting, but he got out to come and beat you up.
Well, I think he stalled his van. Do you know what stalling is when you're driving your car? It's like when you have to like stop all of a sudden or something like that. Your car like stops and you have to restart it. Like you have to take the keys out, put them back in, start the engine again. I think because he had to stop, so I think it stalled him. But instead of just restarting his car, I'd be annoyed, yeah. But bro, there was no need. He was gonna come bang me.
Yeah, he would have taken your bike. The fact that he got out, he wasn't gonna get out just to go back in. He needed to show you, like the fact that I'll show you sorry. He would have killed you for sure. I probably wouldn't have. If I would have looked at the guy, I knew if it was worth staying.
I knew certain people, would be like, oh yeah, like
I would have
stayed there, banged him in his mouth, waving a pussy, bro. I was gone.
Like, did he look like he could beat you up?
Yeah.
Did he look he could beat me up?
I don't know. He could, bro. Chill out. Yeah, we're not that different. Yeah. He would have banged me. Like that's all I'm saying. Like he would have banged me. I wouldn't stay for nothing.
If I was in your situation, I would assess the problem. If I could teach him, because he
teach him a lesson. Who are you? That taught me a lesson. This morning when I was on my paper round, I checked that corner. I got off my bike, everything. Checked the corner.
He's gonna be back. You're gonna bump into him again. Like,
yeah.
On the way to work, he's gonna see you. And yo, that's it. But if it was me, I might stay. But basically, and you know how I painted my room the other day?
Yeah.
I didn't know like you could get like ill off that because of all the fumes. So I'm like, I thought I was gonna be calm. I thought I was gonna be calm. After I painted it, I was fine. And then like yesterday morning, I was ill. I was sick. My eyes had gone red. Like I started getting rash. I had a rash like down all the way my arm. My throat was dry and sore, and I was confused because like. Did I have allergic? Because I'm not allergic to anything, but my eyes were red, my puffy. So then I go to what's it called, the walking center, the one near PQA, and then I go there, and then they say that it was this thing, I forgot what it's called. That I've inhaled fumes. That I was lucky that I didn't inhale too much. I was so shocked.
Really?
I thought, like paint fumes and all that. I didn't know that.
What could kill you?
Sick of that. I think it's called not asbestos because that's like your ceiling.
Asbestos.
But I didn't know I could get sick of that, and that's why I couldn't record yesterday because I wasn't even at home. I was so scared because like when I say my eyes were like puffy. I could barely see. My eyes were red.
But he doesn't say this stuff, yeah? He goes, I need to record a movie with my mum, yeah? I mean, I need to watch a movie with my mum.
Yeah.
Like, just tell me the truth.
Yeah, but then I was like, mate, I shouldn't, like, give, like, he might think that's a terrible excuse. So I was like, let me just leave it, say I'm going to...
That you're ill. I mean, how you say it? You say you're ill.
Yeah, if I just go and tell you, yo, I'm ill, I can't record today, you would have 100%. You would have been like, you were sitting down, talking into a phone. You would have found some way to like annoy me. That's why I just left it as I'm watching a film with my mom, because you would have thought that was a terrible excuse. So that's why I just left it. Legit. Yeah, that's it. That's
your whole story.
Yeah.
Do you know so we've recorded this before, but Joseph's SD card was corrupt. And we spoke a bit about Jeffrey Epstein, because Joseph doesn't know who he is, yeah?
Oh, so, yeah.
And I said I'd do some research about him for the next episode. And that's what I've done. Yeah, so Jeffrey Epstein, janitor, yeah. And then he starts doing this, like, rota, where, like, a girl, if you came and give him a massage, yeah, then she gets £200, yeah? And then if they go and tell a girl about him, that'll then come and give him a massage, yeah? Then he'll give that person another £200. So each girl would be getting £400, yeah? So this creates a system where he has a girl for every morning, evening, breakfast, dinner, lunch, yeah? He'd have a girl, yeah? And it's an underage girl, like a schoolgirl.
Oh, yeah. So he was like, it's kids and that.
Yeah, and then he used to, like, and then he'd get, like, people, like, in the royal family and ex-presidents, yeah, that would come on his private jet over, like, no man's land and stuff like that, places where the age for sex and consent is lower. And then he'd go there with, like, I don't want to say the wrong name, like, Bill Clinton and who's the Nazi? Prince Andrews. Yeah, with
Are
Prince
you sure
Andrews.
Yeah.
No, well, he's not allegedly. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's said to have slept with a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
But that's like the legal sort of age, really, isn't it?
Yeah. How old?
Yeah, it's around. But then they say it's weird because of how old he is.
Yeah, because you said janitor, but he had P. I'm confused.
I don't know how he got drugs.
Oh yeah.
I think. Yeah, and where was it? Yeah, so and Prince Andrew stuff like that. But how do you even How do you even find out that these people are answering?
How do you get?
Do you just sit with like Prince Andrews, yeah, and he goes, "Oh, I wouldn't mind a bit of that," when a girl runs past, and then.
If he was somebody who did so much drugs and all that, how did he get in contact with? Because like I know there's bare famous people involved with it.
I think that when you have so much money, like the royals and stuff like that, that you'd get bored, and your mind would start to like do like weird things.
Yeah.
Like, it'd start to crave weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and. Oh my dude, it's weird. So what? He's sitting with Prince Andrews at the park. Yeah, I imagine, and he's just sitting with Prince Andrews, and then Prince Andrew, this 12-year-old girl runs past, and he goes, "Oh, I wouldn't mind a bit of that, old Jeffers." And then Jeffrey would be like, "Oh, what? You like them young?" He'd be like, "Oh yeah, fucking love them." And then he'd go, "Oh, I've got a bunch on my jet."
And then like, they just like I've seen the pictures and all that of like him on boats with like famous people and all that.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, he said he's never done anything with an underage girl, but he went on his private jet like 27 times. Yeah, that's like going like on a that's like going on like a roller coaster that you don't like 27 times. Like, why would you be going on it if you don't like it?
Yeah, if you go on the first time and he sees what's going on, he wouldn't go on it for 27 times.
Trust me! Yeah, it's all mad. What would you do if... the main bit of flipping thingy, what's his name, Jeffrey Epstein, is his death. So,
because
he's put in prison, and he has the black book. And the next day, he has his court, what's it called? What is it?
Hearing.
His court hearing, And if he he's going to out everyone that he's been on the jets with, everything, yeah, to get him like a comfortable stay in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the day before his trial, yeah, he hangs himself.
Yeah.
A 6-foot man hangs himself off a prison bunk bed. And the best part is, well, not the best part, obviously. The craziest part is he was on suicide watch. That means that they take everything out of your cell that you could use to harm yourself.
Yeah.
And there's an officer watching you.
24/7.
Yeah, 24/7.
So like probably the officer did it.
No, but then the officer wasn't there when he hung himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there when he quote unquote hung himself. Yeah. And so that's weird. Those people who got sent to jail, the officers. So a 6-foot man, yeah, throwing himself off a bunk bed, has fractured 3 parts of his neck. Huh?
Where did you find the rope?
It was a wire. Off of some fam, I forget what it is, yeah. But so he's hung himself on a bunk bed, yeah. A 6-foot man, yeah. I have to keep saying that because that's crazy, yeah. And he's fractured 3 parts of his neck, yeah. And this autopsy guy said that the only way that you can do that to your neck by hanging is by throwing yourself off a 3-story building.
Yeah, this is fish. And where's the book gone? Did they find the book?
No. And
the book's gone.
I don't know if it was a book or so. They say the black book, so I'm pretty sure it was a book. Yeah, but someone's got it now. And so, what's the other crazy bit? So he's thrown himself off the bed, and they looked at the past 1,000 suicides in prison by hanging, and no one has ever got that type of fracture before on their neck.
It'll take a lot to fracture like your neck.
And the autopsy guy also said that the most common way those 3 things get fractured is by strangling.
Yeah, that's the first thing that went into my head.
And he had like a shoulder hemorrhage or something from where he's been fighting someone off. Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about it now. Imagine, like, somewhere somebody sees us. There's this woman. Like, have you heard the thing about the guy who made, like water-run cars? And he got killed. And then there was somebody who killed, like, one of the presidents.
Yo, you know one story I've kept for so long? Yeah? I made a promise to myself, that I'm never going to go to McDonald's again, especially during the pandemic. Like, in the pandemic, I'm never going again, Just, like, if it's me going in there, I won't do it, Because this crazy thing happened, Well, it's not crazy, it's just jarring. So, so we have to line up outside, And there's a line for the customers, and there's a line for the delivery men, And the Deliveroo and all those jarring people, they're all annoying, So then they're all waiting, and they're so rude, So we wait like 10 minutes before we get let in. I'm not even complaining, And then we go in, and then these delivery. So we're inside, and they've put this small woman on the door, This small worker to watch the door, and the door, is you can only open it from the inside, You can't open it from the outside. So unless that woman opens it, you can't come in. And then these delivery people are at the door, and they're just pointing at the thing. You can't see the numbers from the door. Like, when the numbers come up on the screen, you can't see that from the door. So they're just trying to get inside, And then she's like, no, you have to wait. And then they're proper giving her attitude. Like, no, we need to go. Yeah, they always have an attitude. Yeah. And then she went out to be like, no, you can't come in, And then the door closed behind her, and she got locked. She got locked. I felt so bad for her. So then I let her in, And then,
inside, isn't it?
And then we're waiting for time, and then Karens, these elderly, these not elderly, they're middle aged, and they're waiting for their food, and they used me and my sister as an excuse as to why, like, they're acting like they're not complaining for them. Like, they're like, this is absolutely out of order. Why is the food taking so long? Like, I feel so bad for these kids. Their parents must be wondering where they are. And I'm like, fucking.
Did you say anything?
I did eventually. Like, I started feeling so bad, and then the woman, and she's not wearing a mask, by the way. She had a scarf on, and then she dropped it down when she's talking to people. It's like, what is the fucking point in that? And then she's done all this jarring stuff, and it keeps going on at the woman, and the woman can't do anything yet, and McDonald's is packed. Like, there's nothing you can do. McDonald's is a place that a lot of people go to, and then she keeps going on at this woman. I feel bad for her, and the woman can't say anything because the customer's always right. If I had to work at McDonald's, give her a headbutt.
I would get.
Oh my days! And then she's like going to my sister, and then my sister's like, my sister spoke before I did. She went.
Your youngest.
No, it was the middle one. And then she went. So the woman's like, I feel so bad for these kids. Like, the parents are probably wondering where they are. And then she goes, our parents don't really care because my dad's outside and he knows like that we're inside, and he knows that it's taken a while. Like, he just knows the crap. And she goes like proper fast, and she gives a proper attitude, and I'm like, rah, where does she come from? And then she ignored her. And then this woman, she actually comes over to us and like stands with us. Stands flipping nearly touching me, And then she's nearly touching my shoulder. And then I went like this, moved to the side, so it's 2 meters still, to show her, keep your 2 meters, And then she's like, how long have you been here? Because you were here before us. She got here a minute after us, Like, and she's trying to make it seem like she feels bad for us. And then
it's the innit?
And then she keeps, and then I said, and then she's just waffling on, and I'm not really listening. And I'm like, put your mask on.
You have to say that.
No, because I was struggling to speak, and then she's like, take your mask off, and I'm like, no, we're supposed to have them on.
Oh yeah.
Like, showing her, you need to have it on. Fool, I don't know why you're taking it down with your big ass nose.
What would she tell you to take her mask off? Take your mask off.
Like, because she couldn't hear what I was saying, and all I was saying really was just okay, and like, so your old auntie talks to you, and you're just like, all right, like, you're not really interested, That's what I was, and I get going, and then the food finally comes. I like drinks are all sorry, before that I'm really bad at telling this story, but. These women keep going up. She keeps going up the queue, talking to other middle-aged women. Trying to start like a revolution. She's like, it's poor work, isn't it? And then this elderly woman is like, it's that's the thing with businesses like this. They don't have a backup plan. What do you mean by backup plan? Are they supposed to have the militia come in from the roof, extra staff to help them cook? Like, what are you on about?
What's the militia?
It's like an army. And so then she's waffling, and then this other person's waffling, and then she's got her kid. This other one's got her kids, and she's like complaining, and then our food gets called, and then and she says like 345 or something, like, it's number 345, make another number, and then this woman at the front is like, she's like, oh no, is it not 344? She's like, that's mine, and she goes, that's mine, like a joke or like a thing to annoy the people at the front desk, to like say like, you better get my food out. And I'm like, and we're like, nah, that's our food, and we take it, and then we're walking past the woman that came up to us with no mask on or anything, and she's like, you're welcome for helping you, because we didn't say thanks.
What?
And I turned around, I was like, I swear down, I was like, huh? I gave her I turned around, and I go, huh? And she goes, you didn't say thanks for me helping you. And I was like, you didn't help us.
What?
And then she starts like speaking to all these random people that she's met, and she's like chatting mad about us. And I'm like, I'm gonna get home before my food gets cold. And I leave. Bro, the way she disrespected, she's like, that proper got on my nerves, because I had to listen to her for a time, and I've turned around and I've gone, what?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't serve for anything.
But I'd be like, get out.
Yeah, if you're not satisfied with our work, leave. Like,
and they said to the little woman that's running the door, they said, you know the manager's got you on strings. You're just working for the big man. I was like, oh my.
Knocked up confidence. So no, what the heck?
What?
I feel like, I feel like the hassle people have to put up with. They don't get paid to do that.
Yeah, they don't get paid enough.
Sometimes I see people steal from shops, arguments, everything. They don't get paid enough to deal with the one.
Yeah, speaking of arguments, you should tell the story of what happened when we went to the shop that time and you were asking for change.
Change.
Remember when he boom?
Yeah. So this was like the last day, yeah. And we go to the shop. I need change, yeah. And like normally they give this
to get the bus.
Excuse. Oh, I can't open the till. Like I know it was like straight lie because like they want more money off it.
Yeah, because he said he doesn't have any change.
Yeah, at first he says he doesn't have any change. I was like, okay, he wants me to buy something. I'm going to after picking up,
10p sweet. Me and Rudolph, we were telling you, you're mocking it. He's not going to take it.
I'll go to the shop, find the cheapest thing and pay. Yeah, and like, I said I don't have any change, and he starts getting angry. I was like, I need a bus. I didn't care regardless. Whether he wanted to shout, I didn't care. I was like, I just paid for something, and he says I don't have any change. I literally slammed the sweet on the thing. And I walked out. I was just like
and then he turned around, and he didn't see it. With the shopkeeper, he picked the sweet back up after Joseph threw it, and he threw it so hard it banged off the thing and fell on the floor. Like he was fuming. He was like, "I told you I don't have any change." Boom.
I don't know why he got so pressed about it. Basically, I was speaking to this guy. Because I was speaking to him, like, he started off with this clothing brand, he's doing pretty well. I think the clothing brand, I think it's called Loud, something. So I'm speaking to him, and then after that, he starts asking me about goals. Like, do you have any goals, milestones, and everything? And I was just like, I've never really thought of it, because all I just had to do is just run it. So then after that, I finished DMing him, because I wanted some feedback in it. So then after that, I left. I started speaking to him, and then I see this guy. Like he lives on this island. He works on this island in Singapore. Yeah, and it's like there's no technology.
Wait, who?
I mean, wait, who?
Who lives on this island? What, the guy that runs the clothing brand?
After I finished speaking to him, I see this thing. I was scrolling. I see this thing.
Oh,
he lives on an island in Singapore, like it's like a resort. It was so beautiful. So I need to go here one day because the way it was, like there was no you don't pay. Like he works there, so he lives at the place. He gets his money. He basically runs around eating all the fruits and his life is so free. He goes spear fishing. I was like, this is what sort of freak I want to do. So I plan to like later on. I'm like, okay, this would be a good goal to save up and take my family there. And then I was thinking, what? Like he said, I DM'd the guy that lives on the island because I don't know how. All these people, I don't know how they get Wi-Fi there.
The answer?
Yeah, he answers. He's like, I was like, yo, like this looks sick, blah blah blah. I was like, how can I get there? He said he works. Then I began to think, if I don't become what I want to be, I would love to live on this island, just because I'm watching YouTube videos. He runs around.
What? So is he not famous?
I don't know what he does, but he does YouTube videos. I see it and I'm like, this must be fun.
And he saw your DM. He saw your DM.
Yeah, I thought
that's mad.
He's like, oh yeah. I've lived here for quite some time. He started off he lived in the UK. He went to Cardiff University, dropped out everything. He started working as sea life helpers and everything. And he found his work. And he basically travelled island to island, living a free life. Probably not paid tax. Just having
not paying tax. Of course he pays tax.
You wouldn't really need to pay tax to live on an island.
Is each country, do they each charge different amounts of tax, or is it the same everywhere? And do some countries not have tax?
That's what I was thinking. Because like, if there was a country that had no tax, like, I wouldn't go live there. But like, I think the way it works is like we live in a I think it's called a regressive tax system. So like, the way we get taxed is like, before we get our paycheck, like, the government take the money. But like places like America, like our tax goes to like free healthcare, but whereas theirs, they have to pay for that healthcare, or it comes with that jobs. So I feel like it depends on how that country's doing. But with islands, this is what intrigued me. Like, he was living so free, no need for stress. He wake up every morning to the smell of an island, like the sea.
The sea.
It was just like if I ever got in a situation, I'd like, because I don't think I'll get married. I would legit like leave where I am, sell my house, pack everything, pack the things I need, and live on that island.
That's what I want to do. I want to just like be able to one day just go, yeah, me and my friends, let's go somewhere for a week.
Like, he lives there with his friends. He runs this island. Like, you can come in there for holiday. So like, I'm gonna go there on holiday, and if I love the place.
Speaking of islands, Jeffrey Epstein had an island.
Yo, where was the island? Where was the island?
I don't know. I don't know where the island was. Yeah,
I'm interested.
But
yeah,
but he'd have maids and that working there. No, one of the reasons why he got caught out is because one of the workers there, like one of the maids there, I think it was the pool cleaner. He saw a girl there that was with him that was about his daughter's age. So that's when he was like, yeah this is bad. Like, this is wrong.
The workers not know like what he does.
Yeah, they do, but they must get paid like say someone gets paid like £10 an hour, yeah. Like for the average pool cleaner, £10 an hour, yeah. This guy probably gets paid £75 an hour or something like that, like a lot more. Yeah, to keep him quiet. Yeah. But then I think it's weird. Like, surely he's seen girls that age at that island before that. Or maybe he's just not there when it happens or something. Yeah, but he saw it, and then he's one of the people that told on him, I think. Don't hold me to
How did he get off the island?
But is Jet, I think.
Like, no, but the pool cleaner.
Oh, I don't know, boat. He probably lives on it. I don't know. No, he wouldn't live on it. What the heck? What am I on about? Probably speedboat, something like that.
Yeah, but I doubt he would speedboat every morning to clean a pool. He probably lives there. Like, he'll probably stay like in a.
When I imagine the island, I imagine it to be like a small plane of grass. Like,
I'm gonna after this. I'm gonna send you the island I'm talking about.
But and he has like palm trees. Yeah, when he had palm trees, and he'd get the palm trees to get moved every like week or so.
Palm trees.
Yeah, in case someone was spying on him. Yeah. Like, from each angle, each week, the palm trees would be blocking a different angle.
Oh, that is... I don't condone this behaviour, but that is smart.
It's very smart.
The fact he could run it for so long.
Yeah. It's like Hitler. It's like Hitler, yeah? You can't deny that some of the things they did was smart.
That's two different things. He ran such a like operation that was so underground that he could get royalty involved. Doesn't that blow your mind? That just goes to think, like, imagine how much we think. Like, I feel like the way it works, like, we think we're in control. Like, what about it? And this whole bit disappears.
Wait, what?
Deep it. I'm gonna this is mad. Imagine you go to edit the podcast.
Yeah.
And this whole bit we've talked about Jeffrey Epstein. That's what happened to the SD card.
Yo, imagine. Do you know, once I was watching this YouTube video, and he went on a ghost hunt. No, listen. I was watching this YouTube video, and he went on a ghost hunt, yeah? And his camera fell off this thing, yeah? And his camera was broken. And then his girlfriend said, oh, the other person that he's with, his friend, yeah, has the same camera as him, so why don't you take your SD card out and put it in his in his camera so you can play it back and watch what happened. But that's the only bit of the footage that was missing, the bit where it got knocked off.
Yeah. No, but that's not deep in it. Imagine when you put the SD card in, somehow magically it's corrupt.
It just starts electrocuting.
Yeah, that's mad. No, but think about it. Like, imagine, guys, if you never hear of this podcast, something's happened. That's mad.
Because that'll be 2 weeks in a row now. We've spoken about it.
Especially the thing that like blew my mind is like the SD card was working fine when I put it in my camera. Because like the day I gave it to you, I had to put it in my camera and delete pictures like of me testing it, for example, random pictures. So when you call me back later to say it's corrupt, I was like, maybe because I put it in rocks, maybe that's why. But
when I put it in, and then after I'd put it in my camera to see if it was my computer, and it's my camera wouldn't even work with it in.
That is the baddest thing. Maybe somewhere there's higher power. That blows my mind.
Something happened, G.
Like, that's 2020 thing when I predicted the whole thing.
Yeah. So there was this thing that Joseph sent to me, and it was like this video that was made in 2015. Yeah, I didn't believe it. I'm very like.
Maybe.
I'm a very big like. I always question stuff Joseph sends to me. I'm like, no, that's not real. That's not real. Joseph's a believer in a lot of crazy things, like crazy conspiracies, crazy. What are those things called? Those things where you see like the woman upside down, backwards, and that.
Those paradoxes.
Paradoxes and stuff like that. He believes in a lot of that, and he sent me this video, that predicted like the whole George Floyd thing. The whole coronavirus, all of that, 5 years ago. How did you even find it?
I saw it on. I think I saw it on. First of all, my sister sent it to me, and she's like, "Yo, look at this." So I'm like, okay. I was like, "Oh, somebody probably made like a whole like memorial about 2020." I was like, "What about it?" She's like, "Look at the date." When I saw 2015,
no, it said 325 weeks ago. Yeah, and then I said how many weeks are in a year, and it said like 52.
It was different for me and you because I saw the actual date of the year. So I was like, this was like, it freaked me out. I was like, maybe it is a coincidence, but it was too accurate.
Yeah.
For it not.
It literally quoted, "I can't breathe."
That's when it hit me because I was like, because in 2015, I know there was the whole Ebola thing. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like maybe that's what the mask is. But when I see that I can't breathe, like all these things, I was like, but then the thing that scared me about it, there was war. Yeah. Maybe that hasn't happened yet because there was a lizard bit.
There was war. Did you say it was war?
There was more to the clip, more to the that hadn't happened. So I was like, there was this lizard thing, and I was like,
that's crazy. Like that's actually scary.
Yeah. That's like the Simpsons thing where they predict. Like, have you heard the I Am Legend theory?
What's I Am Legend?
I Am Legend. It's like this film Will Smith acted, but it's based in 2020, and everybody's like turned into zombies because of a failed vaccine.
No way.
When I saw this, I was like, heaven forbid. Like, imagine, like, because this is why I don't want it. Like, this is what I mean. Like, to anybody who's taking, I'm not scared of it as I was before. But imagine, like, we just start turning into zombies.
Oh my days, bro!
Far-fetched. It's far-fetched.
I think people are more scared about not the effects that will happen to it. Not the effects that will happen to them as soon as they take it or a few months after they take it. It's about what will happen in a few years and stuff like that. That's what people are scared about.
Like, I don't know if you've heard, like, oh my gosh, this stuff like blows my mind because like I don't think like they'll make it immediately, but I feel like there's a button they press. You get overpopulated, Everybody's got the vaccine. Press a button. Everybody just dies off. Like this is like the mad things. Like this is what keeps me up at night. Not like that, but like when I in my head, I'm like, there's so much things that are out of our control. Like the whole like Illuminati and all that. Like even saying it. Imagine like there's some like through the camera and they're watching this like, oh, they're onto us, just onto us, bam. We're just gone.
Yeah, I find it crazy how some people put like what's it called, sellotape over their webcam and stuff. Like,
I don't think that works for nothing. Like imagine there's like little cameras and everything like just watching us constantly, because I feel like what there was this thing like I heard about, like I forgot what it was, like you know the Alexa thing, like when people like where they can listen. Maybe like with the Alexa thing, with any clock with Alexa, but that could be possible with anything. Like I heard this thing about this guy. I don't know if I can't remember, but like he was joking about killing a president or something. And he got in trouble because of it, because like obviously they're listening. So like stuff like that. Like I feel like obviously they're pulling the strings. Like that they can listen. People can get in trouble. That's why like when I don't use my Alexa, I don't plug it in.
My Alexa's not plugged in unless we're putting music on.
Yeah, because it scares me, because I could be joking about something, or it just like blows my mind.
That's like with your phone, yeah. Some people are like, why wouldn't I want my phone to listen to me? Because if I'm talking about these new shoes, then I'd want my phone to show me the new shoes. But then, that's one argument to it. But then another argument to it is, if it's listening to that about shoes and clothes and stuff like what else is it listening to? Is it listening all of the time?
Yeah. Like that's I 100% agree. Like I was listening to this David Dobrik podcast.
Yeah.
And he said that he needed a coat, blah blah blah. Clicks on his like Instagram, and he sees adverts for new coats. Like it's not like it can't filter what it's listening to. It's probably constantly listening.
Yeah.
But like if you go into your iPhone and you click the little AA button, there's like this shield, and it can tell you how many attempts people try to track you. How many times people attempt
I always have my location off. That's why, you know, when we were in Birmingham and you kept saying put in this place in Google Maps, and it always said 6 hours away. It's because I don't have my location in.
But I feel like that doesn't work 100%. That's what I'm saying. The government like to think you're in control.
So they think oh, you've turned your location off, you're calm. Yeah, but realistically, there's something else in there that's a little secret.
How the police can track you at any point. You know that. Like if you had called and say I need help, they can find your location like that. But your location's off. I feel like already you know like how like there's a private browser bit.
Yeah, private browser.
Let you think it's private. Like it's not.
So you think you're in control? Yeah,
it makes it like that's how I think. I think like everything's not as clear as it is.
Yeah. Like, what side are you on? So do you think that you like your phone listening to you and adapting to the things you like? Or because I'm okay with like, you know, Instagram or like, do you know, TikTok's good at this. I don't have TikTok anymore, but basically when you go on TikTok and you watch certain things, it adapts to that. So then it'll only show you those types of things. And that's the same with like Instagram discovery and that. Yeah. Like on my photography account, there's only photography. So I'm okay with that because I'm clicking on those things, and then it's adapting to that. But then I'm not sure if I'm okay. I mean, it doesn't keep me up at night. As soon as this conversation finishes, I won't think about it till the next time we talk about it. But I don't know if people aren't really comfortable with the fact that your phone could be listening to you 24/7. Like sometimes you're doing things that like you wouldn't want your mum to know. And your phone and a room probably full of 100 people could get that, and like if you're talking about something as a joke, like the thing with that president killing the president, that you can get in trouble for that. That's crazy.
That's the thing, like with this whole like higher power thing. It blows my mind because like there's obviously like I feel like there's people. You see how like people get put in like all these mad people like. You see on like films that like the world is ending, like, the government's corrupt, and they secretly they get put into like mental houses. So like
really,
like obviously like you know when people like going around shouting.
Yeah, spreading like crazy news.
Yeah, spreading crazy news. Imagine like that news is real. They've seen stuff that we haven't, but they try and like stop the public from seeing it. So they put them in mental houses, mental institutions, and try and like brainwash them and stuff. Like try and make sure they don't find out what's going on.
That's crazy.
And then like they make sure they're homeless. Everything. It's like.
That's like that guy that's in my video. That was in my video, yeah. The guy that chats a bag of stuff. That's like says that my favorite thing he said is the government needs to get off their sniff. And they need to get back into the real world.
That crazy, but like there's people. Like I was watching this video. There was this guy. He's debunking the whole shooting. Like he was the president that got shot.
Oh yeah, I know who you're on about.
Yeah, he's like trying to like, blah blah blah, and I'm looking for like the part 2 of it, and then they see that they couldn't find the guy, blah blah blah. Imagine, he found the truth. He's seen stuff that other people haven't, and then obviously they just put them in insane asylums, say they're off their nut, and bam, nobody ever hears of it.
Man,
that's what blows my mind. They try and hide the truth. And I'm even scared now.
We're just puppets. That's mental.
Yeah.
And people hate to think about it because like everyone thinks they're in control.
Yeah, people like to think they're in control, but ideally, like even people that control the government, there's people.
Yeah. Like
it just
I always say to my dad, like when people are like throwing shade at like Boris Johnson and stuff like that, he's not he's just the face. He just says what the people above him want him to say. Yeah.
He can't, like, there's only so much he can do. Only so much he can do.
And I'd like to see how some other people could do his job, fam.
Because, like, I feel like he hasn't been given he feel like it was
no one has had to deal with this, ever.
Yeah.
No one's ever had to deal with this before. So how can they say, who was the other guy? Is it Labour?
David. Is it David? No, it's
David Blaine. He's a magician.
No, I said, what's it called?
Wait. Is Boris Johnson Conservatives?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
There was more before that.
Yeah, I know. So people compare him to other prime ministers, saying, "Oh, do you think he could have done better? Do you think he could have done better?" We'll never know because he's the prime minister and he's the only person that's had to deal with a global pandemic.
Yeah, I feel like he was put in a situation like he had to deal with the whole with the Brexit thing, and then he had to deal with this whole Corona thing.
Yeah, if you saw him on his last speech, he looks tired. Like he looks so tired. Yeah, he looks so tired on his last speech. I felt so bad for him.
He's been the only prime minister that's had to face something as mad as this, and he hasn't had the opportunity to show his skills off.
And one thing people always criticize him on is that he put us into lockdown a week later than he should have. Yeah, and I've had an argument with someone about this before, but people are always saying to him, you can't put us in a lockdown, we don't want that, and they're all having a go at him because they have to stay inside. They have to stay inside, yeah. So then he's split between the people and the right decision to make, because half of the people are saying, oh yeah, we need to go into a lockdown to stop the spread, but then those same people will complain about having to stay inside.
But the thing is with that, people that are self-employed don't complain as much, but people who work at places that have to be closed down, they can't. I know there's a whole furlough scheme, but they can't really. There's you get put in a situation. I was watching this guy. He used to live right and everything. Had to end up selling his car. There's people that go homeless because I can kind of see both sides. There's one you have to think about the economy and all that, but then there's one that you have to think about the people's health and their jobs and that. There's only so much you can do. You can never please everybody.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You can never please anybody. That's why being a president takes a lot because you have to think about all these other factors. Nobody's ever going to agree on one thing. That's the maddest thing about it.
And I think that's a nice statement to leave this podcast on.
Yeah.
We've actually spoke a lot about a lot of different things in this episode.
Yeah.
We're recording another one in 15 minutes with a special guest. So I hope to see you in the next episode, guys.